Hello everyone. For this video, we are going to discuss about the crime of illegal associations as defined and penalized under Article 147 of the Revised Penal Code. Article 147, Illegal Associations. The penalty of prison correctional in its minimum and medium periods and a fine not exceeding 200,000 pesos shall be imposed upon the founders, directors, and presidents of associations totally or partially organized for the purpose of committing any of the crimes punishable under this code or for some purpose contrary to public morals. Mere members of said associations shall suffer the penalty of arresto mayor. Dissecting the provision, illegal associations are either those totally or partially organized for the purpose of committing any of the crimes under the Revised Penal Code, or they may be those totally or partially organized for some purpose contrary to public morals. So, as you can see here, there are two kinds of illegal associations as defined in Article 147. To repeat, they are those totally or partially organized for the purpose of committing any of the crimes under the RPC, and they are those totally or partially organized for some purpose contrary to public morals. In the same Article 147, the persons liable for the crime of illegal association, whether of the first or the second kind, are the founders, directors, and president of the association, as well as the members of the association. Now, as to the proper understanding of the phrase associations totally or partially organized for the purpose of committing any of the crimes under the RPC, take note that even if one of the purposes of an association is a legal one, like for example, helping victims of natural calamities, but at the same time the money used to help these victims of natural calamities comes from the proceeds of theft or robbery, then the crime is still committed because, as you can see in the phrase I just read a while ago, it refers to associations partially organized for the purpose of committing any of the crimes under the RPC. Now, if the purpose of the association is to commit any of the crimes punished under special laws, then the article is not applicable. There is no violation of Article 147. Why? Because Article 147 specifically states that it should only refer to crimes under the Revised Penal Code, not under special penal laws. Now, the phrase any of the crimes refers to all crimes under the RPC, which necessarily includes crimes against public morals in Title 6 of the Revised Penal Code. What about the phrase totally or partially organized for some purpose contrary to public morals? I am referring to the second kind of illegal association. But before that, let us define what public morals is or are. Public morals refers to moral and ethical standards enforced in a given society as applied to public life and as applied to the conduct of a person in public or in public places. It means not only the regulation of sexual matters but also matters of dress and nudity, including pornography. Now, why do I say as applied to public life? Because when there is an overt act that is shown to the public, and if that overt act contravenes the moral and ethical standards enforced in a society like the Philippines or Philippine society, then that act goes against public morals. For example, in Philippine society, we do not subscribe to nudity in public places, such that any person who is seen walking without any clothes in public places, that the act of that person walking naked is clearly contrary to public morals. Now, if there is an association whose purpose is contrary to public morals, who advocates nudity in public places, then that association may be or could be charged under Article 147 of the Revised Penal Code. Also, the phrase contrary to public morals does not only refer to crimes against public morals punished under special laws. What I mean by this is that to contravene public morals may not necessarily result in a crime. But just the same, for as long as it is contrary to public morals, then the crime is already committed. Again, the phrase contrary to public morals does not only refer to crimes against public morals punished under special laws. Even if the act is not criminal, for as long as an association is organized for some purpose that contravenes public morals, then the crime is committed. Another example, an association that actively promotes and practices sexual orgies among single adult members of such association. That is what? An association that was established or is established for the purpose of contravening public morals, such that the directors or presidents of such associations, as well as the members of that association or such associations, may be charged for violation of Article 147. Examples of crimes against public morals punished in special laws. We have the Anti-Photo and Video Voyeurism Act of 2009, and we also have the Anti-Child Pornography Act of 2009. Now, how do we distinguish between the crime of illegal association and illegal assembly? In illegal association, take note that it is not necessary that there be an actual meeting, whereas in illegal assembly, it is necessary that there is an actual meeting or assembly of armed persons for the purpose of committing any of the crimes under the Revised Penal Code, or of individuals who, although not armed, are incited to the commission of treason, rebellion, sedition, or assault upon a person in authority or his agent. That's the first distinction. Second distinction. In illegal association, it is the act of forming or organizing and membership in the association that are punished. Here, there must be proof of the existence of such association. Whereas in the crime of illegal assembly, it is the meeting and the attendance at such meeting itself that are punished. That's the second distinction. Third distinction. The persons liable in illegal association are the founders, directors, president, and the members. Whereas in the crime of illegal assembly, the persons liable are the organizers or leaders of the meeting and the persons actually present at such meeting.